Morning, guys. I'm not really sure how to start this, or so we're just going to jump straight into it for now, and we'll learn together what works, what doesn't, so on and so forth. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen. That is our class 1 note, so that way that'll help you guys follow along. And then once you've watched this, you'll also have the ability to look at our OneNote together. What we are looking at is we're continuing on with chapter 4, but we're going on to 4C. So we're actually looking at sketching graphs now, sketching linear graphs. So sketching linear graphs up here. All we're focusing on is the first 3 dot points at the moment. We're looking at the one rule here, which is y equals mx plus c, which is what we call the gradient intercept method. All right, there's a couple of things we're going to have to get through in this video, but I think we should be not too bad. First things first, with a linear graph that is linear, meaning straight line. Okay, so when you are drawing any graph that you've worked out, if it is not straight, you've done something wrong. Okay, we will not have curved lines at all in this chapter. So it's going to look something like this here. This here, they're straight lines. Okay, we are looking at the gradient intercept method. Okay, what I need to get you guys to understand first of all, before we even do that, is what the gradient is. The gradient is the slope of the line. I'll zoom out a little bit, and we work that out using what is called our rise over our run. Okay, so that is when you've got one point, how far up you've gone and how far across you've gone to get to your second point. It's probably just going to be easier if I explain it visually. So I've got our graph here. We'll plot our points in. So if our first point is at -4, and let's put our second point at up here. What you're going to want to do is, starting on your leftmost point, we're going to work on our rise first, which is here. Our rise. And all you're doing there is working out how far we have gone up to get in line with our point. Okay, so we're starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our rise is 8. Okay, rise equals 1 equals. Now, once we've done that, you can come back again, and then you're going to work out how far across we've gone. So you can either do it this way or from there, either way. But basically, we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our run is 5. Our gradient for that line, which would be straight, I'm going to have to do it freehand. That gradient is 8 over 5. Okay, so it's just a matter of how far up you've gone, how far across you have gone. All right, I'll do another one. This one should explain again. Okay, so you've got that there for you now as an example, which will be in this video. So I'll get rid of that all and we'll go another. There's a couple that I want to show you guys. It's a little bit different. We had a point, let's say, no, I don't want that, I want this. Point there and there. Okay, again, our rise 1, 2, and our run 1, 2. So our rise is 2, 2 over, our run is 2. If you've got 2 over 2 as a fraction, that would mean our gradient is just 1. Okay, so the question is going to either be in fractions or in whole numbers, but it doesn't really matter, okay? Because if you've got 2 over 2 or 4 over 4 or 5 over 5, it's going to be 1, okay? So it's just about converting your fractions to whole numbers. That's another one. The gradient of that line is 1, because for every 1 you go up, you go across 1. If we've gone up 2, we've gone across 2, okay? That's our second example. One more I'm going to do for you guys is when we're looking at a negative line. It's important to remember when you're looking at your gradient, your rise and your run, start at your leftmost point first. Okay, let's put a point here, and we'll put another one here. Okay, I'll draw that line with freehand, something like that. Okay, now if we're starting at a leftmost point, we haven't gone up at all, have we? We've gone down. Still the exact same thing. How far down have we gone to get in line with our second point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've gone down 5. Our rise is 5 over our run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 over 8. I'll change that quickly. 5 over 8. So the gradient for that is 5 over 8. One thing you need to know is if it is running left to right downwards like we've got here. So see how this has gone left to right downwards? That means our gradient is a negative. So it's just going to be negative 5 over 8. All you need to recognize is if it's left to right going down, it's negative. If it's left to right going up, it is positive. Okay, that is all I'm going to show you guys for our gradient at the moment. It is just a matter of working out our rise and our run. Okay. What we're moving on to is our next thing. So I'll leave that there for you. And we're going into what we've got up here, which is our general rule for linear graph is y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. Okay, take us down, once I can, down to here. All right, so this is important that we remember y equals mx plus c, where m is our gradient, c is our y-intercept. Okay, so you're going to put a point on your y-intercept first, and use that to plot your second point based on our gradient. So if we had, for example, e.g., I'll do it over here, y equals 3x plus 4. Our plus 4 is our y-intercept, so I'll go to plus 4 here, 1, 2, 3. That's my y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept there. My gradient is 3. So if we did that in our rise over our run, that would be 3 over 3. No, sorry, 9 over 3. 9 over 3, because that becomes equals 3. So what you do, you go up 9 and cross 3. Obviously, we're going to run out of room, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our rise is 9, and we're going to go up to 3, which would be roughly 1, 2 here. There's our line. Okay, so you're going to have to bear with me for now until I work out how to do the ruler and stuff. But basically, your gradient is your rise over your run. This part here, you'll see, is your y-intercept. Okay, so that is all you would have to do. And then you just write next to your line, y equals 3x plus. Perfect. I'll do another example, one that will fit on the graph. Because your questions aren't always going to have a whole number as our gradient. They're going to be as a fraction. So I'll do another example. Y equals 2 over 5x plus 2. Again, my y-intercept is plus 2, which is the first thing we need to do. So we're going to put a point at our y-intercept just there. Now, with this here, that's our rise and our run. So we go up to 1, 2, and we go across 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my second point. All I'm going to have to do draw a line, straight line, because it is a linear graph. That is all you guys are going to be doing for this lesson. Okay, so you need to focus on, first of all, understanding our rise and our run is just how far up or down we've gone to get in line with our second point. Okay, then your y equals mx+c. You start with your y-intercept using m as our gradient, which would be a fraction or a whole number, and you use that to work from there. I'll do one more example and we'll see how we go. Okay. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. All right. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. Our y-intercept is plus 1. Sorry, my speaker just turned off. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. Our y-intercept, which is c here, that's our y-intercept, is 1. Okay, because it's a negative, we have to go down 2, because it's a negative. You'll see once we draw the line, we're going left to right, downwards. Negative 2/3. So we're going to go down 2 first of all. 1, 2. And then we're going to go across 3. 1, 2, 3. There's my second point. Next line, you will see that it is now left to right, downwards, meaning it is negative. If you have a negative gradient, like we do here, your line is going to be negative left to right. All right, so that's all you're going to be learning for today. I'll quickly go over it again. We're looking at sketching linear graphs, which means straight lines. We are only looking at the gradient intercept method for now, which is y equals mx plus c, which is here. Okay, all you're going to have to do is plot your y-intercept first and then use your gradient, which is the m, to work out where our second point is. You've got your rise and your run. Gradient intercept method, gradient is rise over run, which means the slope of our line. If we're looking at our line left to right and it is going down, like in this example here, it is a negative. If we had another one look like this, one there, and your line went like that, it's going to be positive because it's going upwards from left to right. Okay, all you need to do is work from your y-intercept when you're looking at y equals mx plus c, and your gradient will be there for you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be able to be emailed when we're meant to be having class, and obviously afterwards as well. If you have any questions, email me, or you can, I think you can call me on Microsoft Teams as well. I'm not certain, but that's something we'll learn together. Please let me know if you need a hand, and good luck so far. Let's stop that. And we're going to